Okay, wonderful. Hey, didn't hear you kind of sneak in over there. Welcome, really glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. You know why I'm glad that you're here? Because I want to share something with you. I love the work that I get to do. I love this job. I love the work that I get to do with the people that I get to do the work with. And today I invite you to come with me because I wanted to show you why, a part of the reason why I actually love doing this work is the experience of doing this work and what that looks like. I purposely built a space, a session room that is so conducive to doing that great work that I love to do that is so impactful. I want to show you what that looks like and why that is so important to me. So come with me, check this out. So before we get to that work, before we go to that conference room and start writing all that stuff down, you got to start out in the most important room of the day to get started is the kitchen. You got to eat breakfast. Usually have all that stuff laid out in the counter, all those bagels and lox and cream cheese. You know what that good Jewish breakfast is going to look like. So they could get all fat and ready. So you're ready to go do a great job ultimately. Drinking your coffee, wired up, geared up, gold ready to come out of you. So we eat our breakfast and then we're going to kind of move into this direction. And this is where the day really will get started after obviously we're eating our breakfast. This is the room where it all takes place. This is the conference room. This is the war room. This is the area where we rip it all open. We go deep into all those concepts and we have a really, really, really good time doing that. This is the table. They're sitting around the table. We're sitting around the table together, getting ready to go deep into all those issues, deep into all the plans, deep into the vision. I purposely put this table, as you see over here, in the room in order to make this session great. This is a glass whiteboard type of a table. So while we're doing our work, everybody around the table usually has a bunch of their markers in hand, the different colors, and they're writing their notes, and they're writing their ideas, and they're drawing pictures, and they're usually playing tic-tac-toe with the guy sitting next to them while we're doing the work, because obviously there's a lot of high energy in the room, and you have to be able to get that energy focused without going too far off track. We don't want you to have your phone in your hand when you're doing this work, because that's absolutely the worst thing you could do. It's a major distraction. So we have all this kind of good stuff on the table where we're throwing stuff around, we're shooting golf balls in the corner, we're playing with all these fidget toys, because who are we kidding these days? All of us have ADD up to wazoo, can't focus. So all of these things are here to be conducive to, while we're doing the work, having a great experience. A great experience. One of my favorite things on this table, I just wanted to show this to you, these Nike custom that a client of mine gave me. I love Nike. I love those Air Jordans. I'm such a big Michael Jordan, Air Jordan, you could become anything, be the best at everything kind of a guy, that my client actually nicknamed this experience and the work that I do teaching EOS in the way that I do it in my own style as Tzvi OS, as you can see on those sneakers. I'm very proud of that, actually. And where did I learn a lot of these things from? I wish I could say I was born knowing all this stuff. I was not born knowing all this stuff. I learned these things. I learned these things from the great teachers. Some of the great teachers, as you'll see over here on the wall. These books, not limited to these books, but these are some of the most important books that when we're sitting at that table and we're going over issues and we have questions and problems, I love to reference some of these books and say, hey, there's a book about that. Because, as you've heard me say, leaders are readers. You have to learn new things. You got to read books. You got to learn new ideas, because you only have whatever you have in your head, and the world around you is evolving. You need to evolve. You got to read. Some of my favorite stuff on this wall that I love to give away. Ben Hardy and Dan Sullivan and Jim Collins and obviously Gino, Uncle Walt, all of the good guys that are out there, but not limited to these. There's a whole library. There's so much information to learn. Now let me show you, knowing that it's not just limited to that little world, I built a library. I built a library where we could work together and learn all the other stuff that's even peripherally related to the work we're doing, or even way off into a different area. This area, this room, where you get to sit and chill. And we do work in this room also. Sometimes this is the area where we got to be sitting on these couches. And we're referencing a lot of these other books on the wall in order to ultimately go deeper and deeper into the experience. Because it's not just about making goals and having numbers. It's about learning. It's about growing. It's about having fun. Chad Gono, a great entrepreneur, had a great line. Work is not supposed to suck. Work shouldn't suck. Work's supposed to be fun. Work's supposed to be engaging, supposed to be filled with energy. And that's why part of the whole day is learning and having fun. We have a good time. Hey, went in, 1 for 1. The experience today, being a part of this experience, is not just writing your goals down. Sometimes we're doing our work right here at this table also. I've seen where the two managers are standing and they're shooting pool and they're laughing, they're bonding, they're getting to know each other, and they're solving issues. There's energy, there's fun, it's light, it's exciting, it's all of the above. Because if you want to have a great experience anywhere in life, but definitely working here, definitely working with me, it's going to be hard work. There's so much to get to, obviously. Like I said, we got to rip it all open and go deep. But it doesn't have to suck. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be engaging and fun. If you take those two ingredients, the deep work, the learning, and the experience, with the fun and the food and the great times, and you put them all together, it's magic. It's a magical experience. And I invite you, try it. Work is supposed to be amazing. Life is supposed to be amazing. Come have a great time.